All righty, my friends, we are back. Farb has transformed into me, and I have transformed into Farb, and we're back. And we also have apparently, Obi-Wan Kenobi's mentor here as one of our contestants, which is awesome. But Farb, great job on the cast. Did you have a good time casting?
Yeah, it's a blast. Thank you for letting me do this. It's been a lot of fun. I'm super happy to be part of it.
Well, it's been awesome having you. He needs no introduction, but I will give a little introduction because we've just kind of been making jokes of him about being the other me. You've been on Twitch for a couple years now, right? Been streaming for a while.
Yep. I actually started like 2017 or 18 streaming some racing games, and then I found my way to FTL.
Well, awesome, man. It's great having you here. Freddie, are you awake yet from our little break?
Yeah. No, I'm back.
Barely. Well, we're gonna jump right into introducing our contestants. Another man who needs no introduction, since you all just got to hang out with him, is the amazing Gabo. Thanks for casting, and how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well. Excited to play some FTL.
Are you ready to kind of show the knowledge you've learned from getting to see the other contestants play today?
No, I'm ready to get the first death of the tournament out of the way. Let's go.
Goals, man. I like it.
That's what I like to hear. And your competitor today will be Mr. SuperBob. Can you hear me, sir? How are you doing?
Yes, sir. I can hear you great. I'm doing good. Ready to get this going.
How you feeling? You feel good about this FTL run? You've been practicing up for it?
Yes, I've been practicing, but FTL's been pretty rough on me this week, so we'll see how this goes.
I know that.
Get
very
the
well.
luck out of
Or
the
do
way.
not. There is no try.
Thanks, Yoda. All right, so let's bring up the ships we've picked for the pick ban. I believe the first one is the NGC, and then Freddie, your pick was
Zoltan.
Zoltan A, and then Farb's pick was
I forgot.
Kestrel B.
There we go.
Yeah, that's what it was. Kestrel B.
Are you
We're all going a little delirious.
Are you
I think,
okay?
right now.
Yes, I'm fine. Thanks.
I'm not as think as you drunk I am. All right,
Exactly.
Gabo. So I think you got
This
the
is
first.
actually just a giant thing of vodka.
That's right. Gabo, you got the first ban. What are you gonna throw off the table here?
I'm going to go ahead and get rid of NGC.
Taking away the hacking ship, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that means that second ban goes to you, Mr. SuperBob. What do you think?
Let's ban that Zoltan ship.
Really? Man, both the stronger ships. You all are.
Nice picks, guys. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm happy
You're
we're
feeling
playing the ship we're playing, but I'm surprised.
Yeah, me too. So that's going to be Kestrel B as the ship. So as Kassalian gets us swapped over, I'm going to put the seed over in chat, and I'm going to read it out for us to enter it here. So we are on Kestrel B, and here is the seed. Seed is, let me enter it here, 69 giggity 8723.
2-3's not sexual. What?
698420. There you go.
And if you turn it upside down, it's boobies on the calculator. So, all righty, Mr. Gabo, are you ready to go, sir?
I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, Wildman SuperBob, you ready?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, here we go. Kestrel B in 3, 2, 1, and take it away, my friends.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right.
GG GLHF.
This
All
was
right.
the first ship that I actually practiced on.
Really, Kestrel B
I
was?
had a 45-minute, like 4,700 score run, and it was horrible. It was not fun to play.
I've been
This
actually
ship
having a
can
hard
be
time getting
unfun.
consistent wins on this one.
What's that, Freddie?
This ship can be unfun because just the weapon situation. It looks great, but it's deceptively great.
It can definitely be awkward. Like upgrade.
Actually, I'm not
weapons
a
and
big fan
stuff,
of this
but-
ship. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad they're playing it because I like playing and watching the bad ships. Playing and watching the good ships is not as much fun, but I like the worser ships.
I like the early Mantis for anti-boarding, but I've actually been finding it hard to upgrade weapons when I play this ship lately. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, that's the
Can be.
problem with it because it's expensive. It's
Yeah, and
50
most of the
bucks.
time,
Usually
Sorry.
you want to get a weapon upgrade, which is $50. Plus you need to get a weapon, which can be expensive. So it's very expensive to
yeah,
get weapons.
it comes
up.
down to like having to buy a weapon versus getting a free weapon.
A lot
Yeah.
of times,
But
yeah.
even with that, like it's 50 scrap for another projectile. Like
Mhm.
probably is what you're
Mhm.
adding, right? Like yeah, you can
Yeah.
get the burst twos and the flax and stuff, but it's like, you know, it makes it really awkward sometimes. But also starting with 4 weapon power is a huge plus. I think the only other ship that does that is Stealth B.
Yeah, stealth B with the
So-
glaive beam. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, you know, you got 3 basic lasers, so you only take 1 damage to your weapons. You still can do 2 damage to something. So it's definitely a strong ship starting out, but it can go south, transitioning to like sector 3 and 4. So
Yeah, I feel like this is one of those ships where if you just don't get any good early weapons, you're kind of stuck. You know, either you get free weapons and you're great, or you get nothing. You're like just struggling to kind of keep above that power curve. You know.
right. I typically like to buy hacking early in a lot of cases, but Kestrel B is definitely a ship that I will be like, I might take hacking over like a hull laser 1 or something, or a charge, or maybe not a charge
Really?
laser, but
Hmm.
well, the idea with that is, although it's bad, if you have hacking and cloaking with your 4 basic lasers, you can win. So,
That's true. That's a good point. I think I haven't valued getting systems over weapon upgrades. Well, at least weapon upgrades you have to spend scrap on enough sometimes.
right. Scalaba
So
took the early store here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. He took the store without that much scrap. I wonder what he's hoping to find. Maybe long-range scanners. I guess that's what I'd be looking for with 45 scrap.
Sure. Could have
Well,
sold
with
2
40,
basic
if you have
lasers
45
for flat.
scrap, if you have 45 scrap and you go to a store, you can get a flak and sell 2 of your basic lasers. So I would go to
Yeah,
a store
exactly.
with 45 scrap.
Okay. You have convinced me. You said flak. I am convinced.
Yeah, because it's 65. You can get, oh, we found a
Ooh.
charge laser. It's
Ooh.
Nice.
either
That's-
usable or sellable. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A nice
One
early
of my
pickup.
least favorite weapons, but
True.
worth a lot.
All right, my friends. I think we have recovered from the abyss. And I see things moving. I see my fellow casters. All right. Again, apologies for the technical delay, but we're going to resume right back from where we had our players pause. And so, Goblin Wildman SuperBob, ready to go in 3, 2, 1, continue. All right, good. We are back. We are back.
I think their screens are flipped.
Are they?
Unless they were flipped to start with.
I think they might have been because Goblin said he was the one with cloaking and hacking, and we thought that was SuperBob earlier. So I think they actually were flipped earlier.
Okay.
Okay. Well, hopefully, we'll cast it like we see it, but I'm pretty sure what it is now is, I think, correct since Gabo said he had the cloaking and hacking.
Yeah, because I was
apparently
confused
have a
when he
bullet
said
wound
that.
in my right eye and a hole in my head,
It's good you're still talking and still with us, you know?
Yeah.
more or less.
You know, you can
Not
be a
bad for a
zombie.
guy with a hole in his head, is it?
Well, that's okay. I'm a rainbow right now. So rainbow and zombie together forever.
Zombie love rainbows.
All right. Well, seeing where they are, Wildman SuperBob, they're actually pretty darn close. They're both in Sector 3, aren't they? This is actually pretty close distance-wise where they are right now.
Yep.
I will say with the timer, since we kind of reset, Freddie, you were saying that since it's kind of, you don't think that timer will be an issue since it's kind of a
It's
arbitrary
a
thing or
relative
something?
score, right? So if you start it, presumably, at any reasonable time during the run, it's just a division factor by their score. So you'll
Okay.
still have a clear winner no matter when the timer starts. You won't have an accurate score, but you should be able to determine a winner, I would think.
Yeah, I think the only issue that might cause is our seeding for the second part. I think we were going to say whoever had the higher tournament score was going to maybe be seeded higher. So we might have to make some adjustments after.
Yeah, I guess it could cause a problem. Let's see. Let's think about this. Yeah, because if they finish at a different time, it'll be a different the differentiation factor could be a lot different.
Yeah, the
It shouldn't
divisor.
affect either one. Yeah, I
But
don't know.
thankfully, we don't have to do math on stream. So Gobble got a free
Yeah.
NG, which you always love to see.
NGs
Well,
are good at
Boarding
math.
event for SuperBob.
yeah, the free humans. Thankfully, they're right in the heal bay, because if you're going to get boarded, that is the best place to be boarded. What would you like to see for upgrades next, Farb? What are you thinking these guys need to do? Is it weapons?
I think weapons is a pretty solid bet for both players, yeah. Especially with having hacking, it opens the door to, getting rid of the basic lasers for halberd beam or something like that. But probably Gobble more so on the like the bigger weapon part of it. Mainly just because he has cloaking. But
Gobble's pretty light on power. Is he one of those players who's like really stingy on power? I feel like one of the who were the players last time? I feel like one of them was like really low on power most of the run.
Rudy was pretty low on power. I think Billy Kirby was too.
Yeah,
But
I've had a couple people kind of play that way. It always makes me nervous.
buying power is a very interesting thing for me. Oh, Gabbo's game crashed.
Oh, looks like a Gobble crash. Oh, or he clicked off the screen or something. Okay. Looks like he is deciding if he's going to take that power upgrade, and I don't think he did. I would have taken that. Although, was that a fuel deal? Maybe he couldn't afford the fuel loss.
I did not catch it.
I feel like they're in very similar jumps right now. We have asteroid fields. They both got. I think they both got that free NG.
Right. No, what I was gonna say about power though, to me, like when to buy power is a very, very interesting thing.
Hmm.
Because I think, like for me, I will short myself on power until I have weapons or systems to support. I don't buy the power because the 20 scrap can make such a difference in what you're able to do at a store. And one thing for me personally that helped me realize or helped me be like a better, more consistent player is all ships, good or bad, are designed to last you through Sector 2 on hard. Yeah, some ships are better at it than others, but when you take that into account and then you think of like, some ships really want shields too early, and that's perfectly fine. But even then, I'm only buying the shields. I'm not buying power, and a lot of the times in the early game, you're able to, either have 2 shields up and be safe and no engines and no oxygen, or maybe have a heavy laser up with 1 shield and they got a missile or something, right? So
I like
I
that.
am
No
like,
oxygen. That's good.
yeah, I'm super stingy when it comes to buying power early.
Yeah, I've noticed that about how you play. You are very stingy about it.
Yeah, it's just because I want the scrap to go other places, basically. So
I'm fairly stingy as long as I can power my engines fully by swiping it out of the oxygen. That's how I
mm,
typically play.
yeah, I don't know. It's more like early game for me, right? Like I said, I want systems, I want weapons, and 2 shields and an engine is enough defense to have you not die in most cases in the
I'm
early game.
glad I'm not playing against you guys, because I feel like with all the power I'm buying, I'm like wasting so much scrap. Because I will buy an early backup battery. I love power
SuperBob
so
is
much, you know?
he did buy the charge laser.
I buy early
Okay.
batteries.
It's like a rich man, poor man, burst laser 1.
All right.
An expensive rich man. What is it? What I can't even remember my own
Expensive
phrase.
rich man, poor man,
It's
burst
an
lasers, one
expensive poor
hacking.
man burst laser Mark 1.
All right, but he did finally get 1 extra projectile. I will say the main difference is Gobble's got the cloak for defense. Wildman SuperBob's gone more into the hacking upgrade. So
Mhm.
pretty interesting. I would say Gobble's offense is kind of weak right now. He doesn't have the power for, even if he had the level 2 hacking, he'd have to move power around a lot. So I feel like he needs
I
to
would
find
take
an
the
upgrade
4
soon.
basic laser with hacking over the charge laser without. But I mean,
Same.
but SuperBob is hacking too. But so he's much better offensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're both in really good spots here. I don't know. It's gonna be
Okay.
interesting to see how everything progresses here.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Gobble
he has
with the.
cloaking. I can't believe Gabba has cloaking already.
I
That's just
know.
crazy.
Pretty
that was
huge
a
purchase.
big
Man.
investment. Yeah. That's kind of one of those, I guess, offense versus defense things, because you get cloaking if you want to not take as much damage. I would feel like he is lower on health, so maybe he felt like the defensive upgrade was worth. I don't know.
Well, the other thing too, like he already has hacking, and with the basic lasers, you know, if like this is the only or offense that Gabo gets, he has hacking to like go after shields first, cloaking to survive their first volley, and then you know go for weapons after that, which is normally, at least for me,
And
that you know if I'm forced into the basic lasers, that's what I take. But what's up, Freddie?
I was gonna say you actually can technically beat the flagship with the nice
Hmm?
upgrade.
There's
quick
an upgrade.
The 4-shot volley.
She's so
I mean, it's got other weapons in the hold.
heavy. Oh, I didn't know he got a chain laser as well.
Yeah, that
we
must have been
missed
an
that.
early free weapon. I think he must have gotten earlier.
Oh yeah, we did miss a little bit.
So that's
I
an
like
interesting
Gabo's play here
upgrade.
though.
Yeah, it's an interesting upgrade. I love heavy laser over basic laser, but it's not an extra shot right now. So I still think he
Right.
might need to upgrade that hacking to level 2 soon.
The chain laser is just a poor man's sorry man burst laser Mark 1.
Really sorry, man.
Yeah, really sorry. And it's expensive too. Rich man, poor man, sorry man.
Sorry man is what you say
Sorry
when
man, sad boy. Oh,
sorry
chain
man is what you say
laser.
when you get the chain laser. Oh, I'm sorry, man. This is all I had for you. I'm sorry, man. As I fall over myself. All right. Wow, look at that ship, Wildman SuperBob. That is a flak 1 and a burst laser 2. That's 2 weapons I wish either of these guys could get right now.
All right, that was pretty nice, dude.
That is a 6-power weapon system on that ship that Wildman's fighting right now. But that heavy
Did he
laser
go
was
to
a big
sector
pickup.
4?
Yeah,
I didn't catch that.
Yeah, I didn't catch it either. He's got it's a 2 shield with a value point, so it's. I'm not sure because we kind of lost connection. We probably got a recap to figure out kind of where we are right now for each player.
Right.
Gabo's focused, and Qui-Gon Jinn looks really focused over there.
So focused, he's not moving.
All right, so Gabo is in sector 4, Mantis Homeworlds.
Yeah,
Okay.
then I think Bob is too. I think Bob is a little bit, or Super Bob, sorry. I think he was a little bit ahead of him.
Okay. Well, of these 2 setups, which do you like better? Do you like the cloaking better, or do you like the charged laser plus level 2 hacking that SuperBob's got? They're pretty similar, I feel.
They're very similar. I like where Gabo's at a little more. He's also got the chain laser tucked away. Rand, like you were talking about, the heavy laser is kind of a marginal upgrade on this ship early, but the fact that he does have hacking brings it it brings it up a little bit. Even with level 1 hacking, it's not ideal, but you could hack engines, and with 3 shields, at least you're still doing 2 damage, right?
Very true.
So there's that side of it, but I think Gabo has a little better set to build into than SuperBob right now, but like you said as well, I think they're very, very in similar spots. So
let's see where Wildman is. I'm curious how close they are in this sector. He's sector 4. He's actually a little behind. Wildman SuperBob just a little bit behind Gabo, and he's got more projectiles.
really?
He's got the level 2 hacking. So
Hey, are we looking at Zoltan Shields?
whoa!
Well,
He must have
now
got the
it's
start
hard
of
to
that
say
quest.
who I like
That's a nice
better.
pickup. It'll soak up some missiles.
Okay. Well, you never turn down Zoltan's shield. Although I saw somebody in chat earlier say, you know, for this event, you really just want to kill the Zoltan shield quest anyway. You want to kill that guy for the scrap.
Oh, they're in different sector 4s here. Gabo took a
okay.
Mantis homeworld, and SuperBob went to Zoltan homeworld.
Mantises. That's when they board your fear
and kill you.
and you yell.
I saw that, Freddie.
Mantises.
It's pretty funny.
All right. Well, that Zoltan shield feels really good. I was like, your defense is bad with no cloaking. Now, oh wait, your defenses are insane now. That's just one of the single best augments you can get in this game to get that Zoltan shield.
I do agree. SuperBob did get just like so much stronger just from the Zoltan shields too.
Mhm.
And
Free
Yeah, 'cause
weapon for
this-
Gabo. He looks very excited over there, looking at a store with a bunch of stuff to sell.
Yeah, he had that. He's got that chain laser to sell. I mean, honestly, I'd start leaning towards actually getting that thing online just to get an extra projectile or two going to Sector 5.
Gabo looks to me like he could be very near getting to throw the ring into the mountain of Mordor.
Throw the ring. Okay, I'm not. I know it's Lord of the Rings, but what is he throwing in the Ring of
He
Fire?
just
Is it
kind
a
of
human?
looks like if you put a cloak on him, he's ready to
Oh.
kill some Urukai.
All
he
right.
is the goblin after all.
Yeah. I mean, like he's got kind of that. They kind of had the long, sort of medium, longish length curly hair, and the beards, and he just, I don't know, he's just ready to kick some
I love it.
Urukai tail.
He just gets Sting, and then he can start killing some orcs, huh?
He's got a good game face too.
Yeah, you can see him focused. I like to see that. Well, when we saw who was it earlier, who was doing what I do on stream, raging at every little thing. I feel like that can make you lose your focus because that definitely happens to me when I play FTL.
Definitely can, man.
We basically have Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings here.
Ooh, that's a free heady laser.
Nice. That's really good.
That's a big upgrade for him. And if I could choose two movies to go against each other, Lord of the Rings versus Star Wars would be my pick for sure.
Heavy Laser 1 is just like a rich man, lucky man basic laser. I mean, there's no downside. There's no poor man in it.
It's the rich man getting
It
richer.
stays away from the poor side of town, you know? It doesn't hang out with those kinds of people.
I need to hang out with this rich man, poor man, because he's got so much stuff hanging out in his cargo hold. It sounds like.
That's actually it's a famous book by some
store
guy, Rich Guy, Poor Guy. I think it's called Rich Man, Poor
Oh, there's
Man.
actually a book called that.
Yeah, it supposedly has investing advice. It's pretty famous.
Okay. So you're gonna see if he knows anything about FTL by.
But that's not why I was saying it. I mean, he took the phrase from somewhere else. But
There's the weapon upgrade. Okay, I like this. I think he's getting that chain laser online here. Yeah.
I also like getting hacking up here for Gabo. Even if you
Yeah.
don't buy a power bar, just getting level 2 so you can use it.
I feel like this
I
is a
think
light
he hears
scrap
ya.
light run for
There he
SuperBob.
goes.
Scrap
like
light,
it's
it does.
Yeah.
I don't feel like either of these guys have gotten a ton of money. They're at the same spot, basically, right?
Yeah, Gabo's 2 jumps away from the exit of Sector 4, and SuperBob is right, like at the start of Sector 5 a few jumps in. Free ion bomb for SuperBob.
Okay, very nice. What do y'all think of Ion Bomb? Is that a usable weapon? For me, it's almost always too slow to use it.
It's really
usable.
depends.
It's usable if you don't really have any other options. It is usable. One.
It's really good with the glaive beam.
One ion bomb. Yeah, like if you have, I've had pre-igniter builds and sector, and one ion bomb will take down all of the Zoltan shields in phase 3 because it does double damage to Zoltan shields, or it will take down a med bay completely. It's not as good as like breach bomb or something, but it's usable. But it's sort of like the charge 3, or charge 2. It's like, yeah, I'd rather use something else, but you can use it.
Ion bomb is also really usable if you are weapons hacking. Take just like a level 2 weapons hack. You let it charge for 7 seconds, and then you hack. They have to decharge for 7 seconds, and then they have to recharge for 7 seconds, and that's enough time for you to get your ion bomb off.
Interesting.
So you're one of these
So
guys
that's like
has
really
every
good with
second-
boarding strats.
Farb's one of these guys that has every second down. This weapon's 10 seconds, this weapon's 9 seconds, this one will shoot, and then this one will cycle.
He's a poor man's rich man's calculator, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Poor man, rich man, FTL wiki.
Ooh,
Nah,
SuperBob's getting a little
my
low.
Copley.
It's getting a little low.
Except he's just rich man's FTL wiki.
There's been a few runs where they're just like low on health.
Yeah.
That don't end up blowing up. This is another one of these.
Living on the edge, man. That missile's back online. And Wildman SuperBob's been doing some more pausing too. Gobbo's been looking pretty consistent with
Mhm.
keeping things flowing, I would say.
I think SuperBob was like a real OG pause player, if I am not mistaken.
Okay. Well, is Gobbo a big no pause player, or what is his main
Yeah,
play style?
when he was playing FTL, he was doing no pause. He actually transitioned to no pause like super early when he was like learning FTL.
That's really brave
I
to
think
do it
Gabbo's
early.
biggest no pause streak was like 12 or 13, which, you know, pales into
Pretty respectable.
comparison of Hollow, but like, hey, I'm third with a 29 streak.
I had
You
a new
know,
record.
second place
16
is a
not too long
30
ago.
streak.
I was
Yeah,
pretty proud
nice,
of
dude.
myself.
So like
Yeah.
16th is still, you know, as far as we know, it's still like 6th or 7th longest
Yeah.
no pause streak,
It's pretty
right? So
good.
it's like Hollow, thank you, skewed all the numbers.
Yeah.
But now I
But
just
like
look like
a 10
schlub.
streak, you know, even though I'm playing on pause, man, like a 10 streak is still nuts, right? And then you throw no pause in there, like you can get a 10 streak, you should keep pushing because you're probably gonna do better, right? Like,
Yeah.
We got some donation news. Gazi38, 9.37 scrap says, I just got myself an internship after 69. Nice. Applications.
Nice.
Really happy. I want to give a little tiny bit. Thanks for everything. No problem, Gazi. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Anonymous
you.
with 15.99 scrap. FTL Masters Edition. GG Cookie Time. So must be a Rand 118 viewer. Thanks for the scrap, guys. Really appreciate it. We'll put it to good charitable use.
We'll get cookies for the kids at the hospital for sure. That is
Super
a
Bob out of fuel and 5 or 6 hole to interrupt you guys. Sorry. but
Oh
You
yeah.
can't trust these slugs.
Looking pretty
yeah, there he
dicey
goes.
over
This is old
there,
extra
yeah.
21 scrap. Not
Mm.
much
Oh, nice.
choice,
He's right
though.
by a store.
Yeah, he's by a store and he does have a good amount of
Looking
scrap
scary.
at least.
Oh, cloaking. He's got to get that cloaking.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I
It's
agree.
gonna be low on health, but
Yeah. Well, that's what cloaking will help with.
I think he has the ion bomb to sell though.
does he still have that to oh he's not even gonna check. I thought he
Yeah,
did too.
I don't think he
I
looked.
need it too. I would have checked for something to sell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find myself sometimes even when I've been to a store recently and I'm at a store, I'm like, I gotta check. I might just forget what I have in my cargo bay. I gotta check if I got something to
Both
sell.
these guys have all 3 systems. SuperBob has the advantage in the Zoltan Shield, and Gabo has the advantage in weaponry. Other than that, they're pretty equal.
Mm-hmm. Pretty
Gabbo's
close.
got they okay, never mind. I just caught that they all have the 3 extra systems.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and-
My bad.
slight differences in Gaba and the weapons, but the Zoltan Shield is pretty nice for SuperBob.
Mm.
He's not
Yeah.
too worried about health.
Honestly,
Yeah.
their weapons are really close. And I will say Wildman SuperBob does have Zoltan Shield and cloaking, and if that's not a match made in heaven, I don't know what is.
Oh, they do both have the heavy laser. Yeah, they're basically the same. Just
Yeah.
the only difference is
Level-
laser charge laser. Same
Level
difference.
3 cloaking and Zoltan shields are better.
True. It's a poor man's, rich man's something. I don't even
They
know.
both just have poor
Right.
man lasers and rich man systems.
Well, it's like the pre-igniter is the poor man's cloaking.
Oh, yeah, there you go. If they don't have weapons, you don't need cloaking. So, ooh, that was an 80% hit with that missile.
Yep.
Just gotta love it.
Just saw that too.
Now they have both.
Good old
Now their
FTL.
hull is very similar too.
Poor Gabo though, no Zoltan Shield to kind of make up for that. Oof, missile to the weapons.
Super Bob on 1 fuel again too.
Oh, Gabo, I bet he's feeling the pressure right now. He's got a missile.
Does have shields hacked, so that's good.
Okay.
You should be able to get this volley off.
As long as it gets one hit. Okay, there it is.
It's looking spooky there for a second.
Yeah, living on that 6 health.
It's 5 more than you need, man. I keep saying this. It's like
You keep reminding me, and I keep
you
forgetting.
just need the 1. What game are you playing?
The game where missiles kill me every other
Yeah.
run. That's the game.
You don't want to die to a Lido missile. That's embarrassing.
Feels bad, man. Nice double rewards for Gabo there.
Mm-hmm.
They both have the same hull right now, though. Exactly the same.
Interesting. Wildman's actually in Rebel Stronghold, and he's not taking empty jumps to look for the under construction flagship. I wonder if that's
Does he have
purposeful?
scanners?
I
Or do you
well,
mean
I'd
like you took a distress or something?
well, I'm seeing ship fights, so I think he must have scanners or he got a map. One of those two, I think.
yeah, he probably got a map.
Because I think you're right.
That's
I don't think he
always
does have sensors.
Yeah, I
It's
think
always an
for this
interesting thing.
tournament, I think taking a bunch of empty jumps looking for one specific fight is probably not a good idea. You actually just want fights, and then if you find it, you
I
find
agree.
it. But
Okay.
because if you take 6 or even if you miss out on 3 or 4 fights because you're taking empty jumps, then that's not going to help your score.
It's true.
Unless
it's
you like
true.
desperately need the weapon. But
He just said no. He has 2 gas. SuperBob. I actually like this play. He only had 2 gas. They offered him 3, and he said no because
Mm.
he's playing to win.
Whew, Gabo, he's sitting at 5 health. He just came out of solar flare. Only took like 1, but he's riding that edge. We've had a lot of people. Both players are riding the edge right now. Really
I'm actually
investing
not
in
nervous at all
offense.
about the viability of their ships. Like if they play it
Really?
right, they should be fine.
yeah, both players, if they get in a real bad situation, they can hack weapons and cloak and run.
Yeah.
So that's
But you
always
got to know it's
something.
going to be bad, and that's sometimes that takes a little foresight.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, nice store for Gabo. I'm expecting some repairs to come through here. Backup battery's nice. Yeah. Okay. So what's your guys' comfort level on health? Where do you like to sit when you're when you're repairing? Okay. You heal the full gamer, huh? Okay.
When I heard in the previous run, somebody was talking about
Hollow.
it's UFAR. When you go to a store, you used to always repair. I did the same thing. Like I consistently repaired up to green, 20 out of 30 health, not one
Yeah.
more. And it took me a long time to realize that's a mistake. And I actually now consistently repair up to 23. So I leave 7 short. And I find
There
that
are-
is much better. 23 is much better. There's like certain numbers in FTL where you're comfortable. If you're hacking, 7 drones. For fuel, 12. At least 12, sometimes 14, but like 12 is the number minimal. 7 hacking drones minimal. And then when you repair up, 23, that's the number. That's the magic number.
Gabo's in a really bad spot there.
He is. That was another heavy laser into cloaking while he was cloaked.
And his engines are hacked
All
too,
this
so you
action
can't
going
just
on,
get
and I'm
out.
talking about fuel
He
Two
numbers.
crew
lost 2
dead.
NGs. Lost 2 NGs
Ugh.
to this pulsar.
Shields are back up.
This
Yeah,
is
that
where
shield
he
drone.
needed to hack weapons and run, but that needed foresight.
I think this
I
is the
guess he did not
first-
shield flash. Is that correct? He probably didn't shield flash.
I don't think
Probably
he did.
not. I didn't catch that. I think this is the first Gabo's pause too, which is
Yeah.
smart. Like,
Yeah, you got to assess right here.
He's got to get the
Mm.
repair mantises on the job.
Oof, he's got no
Get out
O2.
of there.
Leaving. He's
Okay.
leaving. Hit the distress. It could be
Go
safe.
to an empty. Yeah, I say go to the empty to
yeah,
recover
it's
there.
tough, man. It's the right play though.
Mm-hmm.
Shaking his head.
Yeah, you can tell he's
Lost 2
frustrated.
crew. It's like a bunch of 25 damage or 15 damage. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was the 2 NGs, so that's why he's repairing so slow too. But what good on him staying alive. That was a rough situation that could easily have spiraled out of control.
Now, if I were him, I'm not saying this is right. In fact, it's probably wrong. I would have already jumped half busted to the next jump because I just played crazy.
I mean, you got to fix hacking. At
No
least.
time for
That's-
backup. Go, go, go. You got to get level 1 hacking at least, right?
Yeah.
No time for. I got repair mantises. Let's go.
The worst part about that for Gabo is he just repaired up to like 20-something health, and he's right back down. It feels so bad to spend all that scrap on repair and have that happen.
He survived though.
He did.
You know, pulsars are funny.
Just a
When
good
you
fight
have
for him.
2 shields, pulsars are a huge deal. When you have 3 shields, they're usually not that big a deal because the pulsar just takes one shield bubble, not 2 or 3 rather.
I caught
Takes 2,
Gabo's
rather.
fight after he was, stuff's hitting the fan. But I did see that he hacked shields. A weapons hack was probably better there.
Yeah, in a pulsar, I definitely agree. You kind of got
Even
that
if
full
they
sort of
have
help to
3
get through
shields.
Can we
Yeah.
curse in German during the stream? Okay.
shields.
After the Scheiße hits the fan.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, we already had Tom Joubert drop a couple F bombs
Yeah, he
for us. I
dropped an
think we're okay.
F-bomb, so I'll drop a foreign language bomb.
That's okay. I drop plenty of F bombs when I'm playing FTL, so I don't think anybody here is going to be surprised by that.
I also swear like a sailor. And I haven't I haven't swore today, so hey,
No.
we're
Well
doing
done.
good.
We'll send you a Rand cookie. Good for you. I don't swear. I just generally don't do it that much. I don't care, but it's like, but then there are moments where you're just, sometimes it just pushes you over the edge.
I know FTL does it to you, man. I swear. When I get some comments on YouTube, it's like, why do you get so mad? And then some people will be like, have you ever played FTL? Is their question? Because if you haven't, you don't understand.
Any
Bob out of
game with
fuel and
randomness
got a okay fight
like
here.
this can be very infuriating.
Really can.
Very rewarding and very infuriating. Both two sides of the coin.
Whoa, look at that ship Wildman's fighting. That is 7. That is a 9 power weapon system, if I'm seeing that, with 4 shields.
It is. Good catch. I didn't even think about
Yeah,
that.
it is.
I
Yeah.
think that's a slug
Slugs
fuel.
are dirty cheaters.
Yeah, it's like a slug
It is.
fuel
It is.
event.
It's a
Yeah,
9
that's
power
exactly what
setup,
it
but it's
is.
completely unscary. That's how terrible. the
Well,
game
It's
is.
unscary
Because he has 3
for
shields.
most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
pretty unscary. There's nothing like the most he's gonna do is swipe with the glaive and get one damage swipe.
Yeah, and if he saves cloaking for the right time, which he did, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter because the shields are back up. So
Yeah,
it's
basically
not
for the
too bad,
second,
but it can get out of hand.
if he saves it for the second burst laser shot,
Barb.
which I think is what he did.
It can't get
What?
out of hand. I hope not.
It's like, what did I do? What did I say?
I know a weapon that does get out of hand. It's a small bomb.
I know all too well.
I know you do.
On my 29 I'll tell the story now.
I cower
Okay,
at the
go ahead.
sight of a small bomb. I just
Yeah, me too now.
they're vicious.
All right,
I know
tell
what
us-
happened
tell
to you. I knew
Tell us
it.
the story of the small bomb, far bomb.
Yeah.
The far bomb.
So
Far.
Farbomb. Okay, so 29 streak rolled Kestrel A, sector 1 or 2. I had 2 shields, I think, if I'm remembering right. But I got into a fight against a rebel rigger, and they had a heavy laser and a small bomb and a beam drone, and I went to train, except I was greedy and depowered all of my weapons, thinking I would get out of the fight safe. Also,
Did
Gabo
it even have a beam drone?
It had some drone, yeah.
Okay, I don't
Gabo's
remember that
hurting
part.
here.
I do. You had 2 shields, sector 1, and wanted to train against a small bomb.
Yeah. And basically, long story short, first small bomb started a double fire into my shields that I could not recover from. And
And your weapons
by the
were
time
powered. Your weapons were
by the
turned off.
nope, they were turned off because I had my engines powered to get a head start on my training. And by the time I turned the weapons on, I took another small bomb into weapons, and I think I missed the arty shot. And I died.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Thanks for
funny that I
having me
remember that.
relive that for you, Freddie.
Yeah.
I'm glad you remember it as well as I do.
Well,
Yeah, I
speaking
enjoy
of
that
dying, Gabo's at 1 health right now. So he is.
Yep.
He doesn't have any more than he needs, Freddie. What was it you
He has
said
the
earlier?
exact right amount.
He has the exact right amount of health. Poor man's rich man's health bar right now.
That's just the poor man's. There
That's
ain't
just the poor
nothing
man's
rich
health.
about that.
If I'm Gabo here, I might upgrade cloaking.
Yeah.
Hack weapons, cloak, run until you're not gonna die.
Oh,
anymore.
and SuperBob's out of fuel in a dive. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's diving again.
He has to dive
Oh.
2 more times. Just
Uh-oh.
one and one more.
They might both blow
Oh
up.
man.
Well, and if he dives more than 3 times, if he's stuck
Ooh.
behind, that's a
There you go, Gabo.
How
disqualification.
did this
So we need.
happen? Did we miss this? Yeah.
He ran out of fuel and then he didn't get any fuel from the fight. But Gabo
Yeah.
He's
is
only got one
hacking
more
weapons
dive he can
here.
do, and then he's out.
Yeah,
That sucks.
that's rough.
This has been rough, especially because we had that disconnect right in the middle of it. So
Mm.
Okay, well, Gabo, we got to keep an eye on. That's double bombs and double burst.
Oh no!
laser
Here comes!
too.
Here comes!
Oh,
no!
That
Uh,
ship.
Burst laser 2.
Double burst laser 2.
33,
Okay,
33.66
and 32 minutes.
And SuperBob here making a DQ if he dives 2 more times.
That's rough, man. Gabo
Well,
got
I
hit through
mean-
cloaking so many times that run.
Yeah, even if he doesn't dive 3 times, he's going to be so low. I don't know that he recovers from this right now. That big giant missile's
that's
coming.
rough.
He needs to kill this ship because he needs
Yeah.
the 1 fuel.
Let's see, what sectors are they in? Were they in sector 4 or 5?
Oh,
Oh.
they're both down.
Oh no!
Oh,
So I
no,
think
simultaneous.
SuperBob made it to sector 7,
Oh,
and
no.
Gabo was in sector
SuperBob
6.
might
Oh
take
man,
this
so
just by a hair
close.
for the score because the score.
Oh no!
He is going to be shocked if he wins this. He is going to be shocked. Whoever
Oh my
wins
gosh.
this is going to be shocked.
Yeah. Okay, I think we need to check which sector each one are in here.
I'm pretty
so
sure it
I'm
was
gonna-
6 and 7.
You think it was 6 and 7? Okay.
6 for Gabo, 7 for Bob.
That's it. Okay. Let me just I'm gonna review it real
Yeah, we
quick
gotta
while,
double check.
while we're checking this.
What are the rules? It's whoever's furthest. Is that correct?
There's a
It's-
formula I know.
Yeah, there's
I
a
think if
formula for
Gabo's,
it.
I think if
has-
Gabo's dead in sector 6 and Wildman survived slightly longer in sector 7, I think he's the winner by default.
Yeah, it could
Yeah.
be.
We'll have to check the rules for this. Yeah, we have a
Man,
we have a
that ship
formula.
that-
Formula for dying
ship
in
that
same
Gabo
sectors, and if
got.
the sectors are different, then there's a clear winner.
All right. 1 second. I'm trying to pull up the second VOD here.
Yeah, I'm getting confirmation that that is correct. I think it's going to be
Okay.
super.
I think the
Bob, 'cause
live
I think
feed
he was
is
in
going to be better
7.
than the VOD because it's delayed 5 minutes.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Because on
He
the
is going to be
stream right
shocked
now,
when he's declared the winner on this one.
Yeah, Wildman
Yeah.
is in sector 7. You are right. I see he was in sector 7. That's where he ran out of fuel. Gabo.
yeah, I'm watching him fight the slug ship right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gabo dies in 2 fights from what's on stream right now.
Oh man, this is crazy. Well, it's the
Bummer,
first death we've
man.
had, and it's a double death.
It's the first
It's,
It's a
it's
double.
wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
And they were within minutes of each other too.
Within 1 minute. I have one at 32 and one at 33 is what I
Yeah.
have.
Good thing we got that
What's
timer.
also right.
we got. I was about to say, good thing we were working so hard to get that timer accurate. Don't need it.
What's also kind of crazy is they both had like pretty strong ships. Gabo had bad luck with the fights that he found. That Pulsar tore him apart, and Bob,
Mm-hmm.
you know, got the short end of RNG there with no fuel. You know, I don't
He
know
had
if he
a
was
couple-
passing up fuel in stores or what, but like,
He passed up offers. There was one offer where he
Okay.
had 2, and he passed up a 3 fuel offer. I bet he
yeah,
regrets
I remember
that.
you saying something about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said no. It was pretty hardcore, but that might have been a regretful decision in the end. I mean, you can't. I think it was correct at the time, but it's results based to say that
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was wrong. But
Well, and for the format of the tournament too, like you're looking at it like I want the ship kill, right? Like
you
I
got to
don't-
risk it for the biscuit. That's right.
Exactly.
And they both risked it and lost the biscuit.
They did.
So, Kassalian, do we need to go to a break while we figure out scoring and do this formula real quick? Let me know, because this is going to be really close because their
Right.
scores are really close, their time's really close, but I think the sector might be the difference. So I think we're going to take a short break here while we kind of talk through this, check the rules, make sure we're all good, and then we will come back and announce
we got to
the
get a
winner of
ref
this
in here.
crazy. And but before we do, Farb, let everyone know where they can find you because I think you're gonna head out after this one. So
You can't. I'm
we can't find you.
gone.
And we can't kick you out either.
Yeah. It's twitch.tv/the_farb. I have not been streaming too much recently. I want to, but it just happens that I don't anymore. But you can still find me there. I'm around in FTL chats all the time. I've been really hardcore lurking lately, but you'll see me around. here
And you'll be
there,
back
so-
tomorrow for a cast, Farb. So
Oh, yeah.
before
Oh,
convening
yeah.
And you'll
then.
play tomorrow.
Sunday.
So we'll get to check you out.
Yep, gonna
So-
be the third loss, baby.
Thanks for being here, dude. Appreciate
Yeah.
you. Always
Yeah,
good to
thanks
catch
for
up,
having me.
Catch up with you.
Rad, Cass, awesome job so far getting
Keep
this all
that sexy
together. It's
beard
so
going,
cool
baby.
seeing
It
it
looks
come
good.
together.
I like it.
Thanks, Barb.
Thank you. It's almost to a year. It's almost
Nice,
to a
dude.
year.
Nice.
It's sick.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will announce the winner and kind of talk through how this score came together. So thanks for hanging out, everybody. All righty, my friends. We are back with Gobbo and Wildman SuperBob, and probably the most exciting run because first one where neither player finished, but also they died almost at exactly the same time, which is pretty amazing. Before we reveal the ruling, which we will tell exactly why one person won and one person didn't because of the ruling for FTL, I do want to ask both players, starting with Gobbo. That was a really rough seed. I felt like you had a really rough time for a lot of that run, didn't you?
I mean, I think that the weapons were hard to come by. I kind of went to try and turtle up and just slow down and try not to die. But like, honestly, I think I had the weapons to do it. I made a couple major mistakes that led to that death.
What were the main ones? I know you had early cloaking and hacking, right? So it felt like your systems were good, but it felt like you might have fallen behind in some other things.
Well, there were some options for weapons that might have been worth considering, like keeping either of the ion bombs that I saw. But I think the big one was I was missing mind controls, so I wasn't getting the damage into weapons that I should have been getting, like the pulsar, I think it was, where I took like a boatload of damage sector 6. That was a missed mind control. If I mind control, I get some extra shots into weapons, and I think I'm actually doing all right there. But instead I whiffed the mind control, and things kind of spiraled out of control. I also let an NG die. Losing that NG was really bad. As my ship was burning down, I really could have used that NG to keep things going.
Yeah, it was the end of that pulsar, right?
Hermes missile at some point, or was that a different run? I thought I saw you eyeballing a Hermes missile early on. Maybe not.
I was maybe eyeballing it, but if I was eyeballing it, it's because I think it's funny because my cat's name is Hermes.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, you did. I think it was 2 NGs on that one where there were a couple fires that died. One in the heal bay, one in that down in the hacking. So that was just a bad pulsar. Pulsars have ended so many runs for me.
Yeah, that pulsar took me out back in shopping.
That was that was a run ender right there.
The other thing that was a problem there was the fight I died on was problematic because I didn't have the health, right? If I had more health going into that fight, it's a much easier fight. But I had to hack weapons and try and turtle up instead of just going for a quick kill on it because I had 1 health.
Well, way to stick it out. You were low a lot of that run. I will say, so was Wildman SuperBob. You were like below 10 health for I feel like at least half of that run, maybe more. Did you feel the pressure being that low for so long?
I did, but every time it came to where I could repair, the store had something else that I needed at the time. So
yeah, it's like either repair or get cloaking, you know?
Yeah, you bought cloaking over healing, and I was like, that's the right play at the time. I mean, in retrospect, you may regret it, but I think you made the right choice at the time.
Yeah, that's. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the one thing I go back to was that store where I had cloaking, and I want to say it had a heavy laser 2 at it too, but I don't know. They may have helped at the time if I'd have gotten repairs in that. I don't know. That's about the only thing I thought of that I could have made a change. But other than that, it was fuel. Fuel got me in the end.
It was that final. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple of glade beams. One of the ships that you fought while you had no fuel was glade beam, halberd, and I believe a burst laser 1. So it was a 9 power weapon system with 4 shields that you were trying to get fuel from.
Yeah, and it had cloaking, mind control, 4 shields. It was rough.
Well, I got to say, both of you played really well on a really rough seed. The ruling for this one is, I do have the scores here. They don't really matter, but I'm going to say them just so everybody knows. Gabo was a score of 33.66 in 32 minutes. Plus, I think we added a couple minutes because of the delay to get the official time. And Wildman SuperBob, your score is 35.34 in 33 minutes. So higher score, but because Wild Superman Bob died in Sector 7 and Gobble died in Sector 6, the ruling is that Wildman SuperBob actually is the winner. So congratulations, Wildman. You will be moving on.
Thank you. Off on a technicality, but I'll take it.
Well,
I said several times, I said he is going to be shocked when he finds out he's the winner.
Yeah, when I died, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm the only one who's going to die in this tournament. It's going to be because of fuel.
I feel like Gabo and Wildman SuperBob were like on the same wavelength. Even though you were sector apart, you were dying at the same time from different things, you know?
Both died. You're like blood brothers or cousins or something on another different continent. It's just one goes, the other goes.
Well, I do want to say thank you to Gabo and Wildman SuperBob for being a part of this. You all both played really well. Gabo, you'll be joining us for the next cast as a guest, I believe. Is that right?
That's correct.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to talking to you more. And again, congrats to Wildman SuperBob. We will see you, I believe, tomorrow for the next round.
Yes, sir. Thank you all so much. Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too.
Good night.
And I believe, Freddie, we got another episode of Kestrel Adventures. You want to tell us about the next one that's coming up?
We do, and this one coming up really speaks to the story of the series, and that is probably, I mean, that's one of the best aspects of it is, you know, if you just are familiar with the game itself, you kind of have a lot of questions asking yourself, are we the good guys or the bad guys, and what's really going on? There's some fun moments of story, but there's not a lot of in-depth detail, and that's what the Kestrel Adventure does, is it really just creates its own universe and uses sort of FTL as a mold, but really just gives it a very rich story that's fun to watch. And we're gonna see a little preview about it, perhaps.
All right. So thank you for that intro, and thank you again, everyone who's watching, especially for the patience with all of the technical difficulties. This is a big project with a lot of people, so thanks to Kassalian for rolling with the punches. And let's go to break and check out this next episode of Kestrel Adventures.